After we finished up at the steam show, we headed over to the other side of town, Pawnee, and went to the Pawnee Bill Ranch.
We made it through Pawnee and cruised up to Pawnee Bills. That's a fun museum. It's the buffalo, the whole ranch thing. It's really cool, and if you've never been there, you really ought to go because it's a really cool place.
So we were told that when you come to Pawnee, you've got to stop by Gordon Lilly's place. But who's this Gordon Lilly guy?
Gordon William Lilly was better known as Pawnee Bill.
Aha!
He's perhaps best known for his Wild West show, which toured all throughout America from 1888 to 1913.
This is Anna Davis here at the Pawnee Bill Museum, and she knows all about this wonderful stuff. So this is the Pawnee Bill Mansion.
Yes.
There's a barn, there's a log cabin, there's a buffalo.
Yes, there are. We are still a working bison ranch, just like Pawnee Bill had back in 1900.
Okay. And so he was quite the showman. He was like he was very successful with the whole Wild West show thing, right?
He was one of the few that was extremely successful with his Wild West show, and his ran from 1888 to 1913 and toured all throughout America here in the state of Oklahoma, and this is finally where he settled down at after his career ended in 1913.
Okay, cool. So where should we start? With the mansion maybe?
Yeah, let's go inside.
Okay, cool. Let's hope it's air conditioned in there.
The mansion was built in 1910, and we're very unique because everything in here is original. We have nothing that was a reproduction, and you won't find any other museums out there like us. And it was built by Pawnee Bill and his wife May, and they lived here until they both passed away. And the house passed into family's hands, and it was owned until 1962 before it became a museum. So it's actually been a museum for 50 years now.
Wow, so you're very fortunate for all of that to still be intact.
We are extremely fortunate to still be intact, yes. Everything's still intact.
Neat. Now, how big is this place?
The house itself is about 5,200 square feet.
Okay.
It has 14 rooms, 6 bedrooms, 2 baths.
Okay, cool. Can we go upstairs?
Yep.
Okay, neat. Let's go up there. So upstairs, there's this painting up there that has a ghost image on it. It was painted in 1925, and the theory is that the artist painted it over another painting. But the weird part was, it was many years later before this ghost image started showing through. As a matter of fact, it was only a year after Will Rogers died in a tragic plane crash in Alaska. Coincidence? I think not.
So this original looking log cabin was set up just so he could show off to his friends that he used to live there. And he would bring them in and tell them that's the way he used to live, and that's how he lived when he was building the ranch and putting it together.
The guy never lived in it a day in his life. They built the cabin out there just to show off to people that came to visit them in the mansion. Oh yes, that's where we were roughing it back when we first moved in. They never roughed it. They were living in the mansion the whole time when they got there. If you're a fan of Antiques Roadshow, you may have seen the episode where they visited Pawnee Bill's museum and looked at this huge, giant sign that is literally the wall from this drugstore that someone unearthed, and it's one of these big posters that was glued to this wooden wall, like at the turn of the century.
This was a very unique find. It was found in Lamont, Oklahoma in
Okay.
1982. What you see here is actually the outside of the building. And what Pawnee Bill would do is he would send what they called advance men before the show.
Right.
They would post up posters, paint advertisements like this. So this is actually advertising a one-day show. They did all this work for one day.
Wow.
And it was advertising a show, I believe, in Blackwell, Oklahoma.
Okay.
And what has happened is during the history of the building that it was originally a part of, they bricked over the painted part. So as they were tearing down the original pharmacy, they discovered this gym behind it.
Right.
And it's about 60 feet long. It's one of the longest advertisements that have ever been found. And as far as we know, it's the only one like it in the world.
Wow.
Well, ever since I was a little kid, we've been riding at Stagecoach. That's how we came back from Oklahoma. That's just how old I am. So it was kind of nice to see him again. Rex, you have any experience with them?
Well, my ancestors were more like chasing the stagecoach.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Why do I feel like I'm in a Mel Brooks movie? The thing about stagecoach travel anymore is, $25 a bag. That's ridiculous. I mean, you can ride Southwest and the bags are free. So we'd had a full day cruising through Pawnee County on US-64, and Pawnee Bill seemed like a fitting place for us to, wait for it, ride off to the sunset.
We're going to wrap up our day now.
We've had a great time exploring Pawnee County, cruising US-64, and I really enjoyed exploring some of the back roads to these little ghost towns that we discovered. I hope you enjoyed it too.
Thanks for watching Two Wheel Oklahoma.
Let's go.
Not long down the road, we come a. That was clumsy.
Yeah, it was close.
Peanuts are not legumes. No, they would not be legumes until they are shelled. Jeez.
A full white leisure suit.
Full Don Johnson.
Purple
No socks.
shirt, showing my all three chest hairs, showing out. Well, just saying.
Yeah, that's probably as good as that's going to get.